and move in with one shot. My God.
Yeah, he very explosive. And he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So,
what happened?
Man, I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight?
Heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this. I'm like, I thought he died. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he...
For everyone, because it gives you fuel. Like, for a person who's coming up in life, even if you're not a fighter, you see what someone's gone through and you see the success.
Joe Rogan reacts to Gervonta Davis's insane knockout power, saying he's cracking dudes and putting them to sleep during a discussion with Terrence Crawford. He highlights how dangerous Gervonta is in the ring, especially after sending a sparring partner to the hospital. Rogan seems genuinely impressed by Gervonta's strength and skill, noting that his raw power and knockout ability make him one of the most feared boxers in the sport right now.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches. And then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive. And he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So, you know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch.
Gervonta Davis has entered a new gear in preparation for his upcoming rematch against Lamont Roach. Recent training footage shows Davis working with relentless drive, throwing rapid-fire combinations with precision and force. His body language reveals sharp focus. He's fully dialed in on correcting the mistakes of their previous bout. From the rhythm of his footwork to the explosive power in each punch, Davis is leaving no part of his preparation to chance. The message from his camp is clear. This rematch is a statement, and he's ready to make it loud and decisive. During a discussion alongside Terrence Crawford, UFC commentator Joe Rogan openly praised Gervonta Davis for his exceptional story and undeniable skill. Rogan highlighted how Davis overcame adversity to carve out his place among boxing's elite. He commended not just Davis's raw punching power, but also his remarkable speed and instinctual movement in the ring. To Rogan, Davis represents more than just a knockout artist. He's an athlete who mastered his craft and climbed to the top with dedication and sheer willpower.
It's really something to see a kid who has nothing, born into extreme poverty, become a world champion, like Gervonta Davis.
Yeah.
It's an inspiring story.
It is, and it's great for everyone because it gives you fuel. Like, for a person who's coming up in life, even if you're not a fighter, you see what someone's gone through and you see the success that hard work has created.
Right.
And it can be a roadmap for your own life.
The controversial draw in Davis's last fight against Lamont Roach caused a stir across the boxing community. For a fighter once viewed as untouchable, the result opened the door to criticism. Pundits and former fighters alike began to question whether Davis had lost a step. Tim Bradley, among others, pointed out that the performance lacked urgency and sharpness. Davis is now fighting not just to win, but to restore faith in his dominance. The rematch has become a crossroads moment, a chance to silence critics and reaffirm his place as the face of his division.
Look like a real businessman now, you know? He's not all loud and crazy like he was. He's kind of calmed it and tamed it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now, and he's actually gonna go and train, and he's gonna definitely put on a show, and I think he's gonna win, man. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
How long does that fight go, in your opinion?
It won't go past 6.
Wow, everyone's been saying that.
I don't think it goes past 6.
Why?
What's up, fam?
Why do you guys think it?
Nah, there's too many holes. Too many holes in the game of too many holes. Too many holes. Can improve in or improve on, and you know they're gonna come back and they're gonna put their best foot forward, bro. But like, look, if this shit don't motivate you, Tank, you know, the fact you got to draw, the fact that you had a big fight lined up with Jake Paul after this, and now you got to wait, and now you got to do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, his name right now is getting drugged through the mud. You know, and all those fans that was on his side, bro, a lot of them are switching teams now, you know? So, you know, look, he got a lot to prove, not only to himself, but a lot to prove to his fans and his fan base out there. So he go back in there, had his rematch, and he do what he's supposed to do, like he's supposed to do the first time around, then all the shit that happened in the pad, swept under the rug, because that's just how, the fans is and the sport is. And then he moves on to...
Following the Roach bout, whispers of retirement began circulating, fueled by online speculation and media buzz. But Davis quickly shut those talks down by moving straight into a rematch. His decision to return without delay signals that he's far from done. Rather than stepping away during uncertainty, Davis is stepping forward with determination. The move reveals a deeper layer to his mindset. He wants to finish business on his own terms, not fade away with doubts hanging over his legacy. This commitment speaks volumes about his character and love for the sport.
Yep. It looks like Tank was not playing about this rematch, man. He's looking to probably get back in the ring with Roach by the end of May. And as far as that retirement stuff, it looks like that's out the window as well.
Course of your plans for your future?
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now, for sure.
But I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. As much as, we hate the fact that he had a draw, I think this was the best thing for Tank. You could just kind of see, even in the press conferences and everything like that, he was kind of forcing himself to be interested. And I only know one person that can bring his interest back. Calvin is the key, man. Calvin has known Tank since he was a child. Nobody knows Tank more than Cal, man. He's the only person that I believe that can bring the best out of Tank. But what do y'all think, man? What do you think Tank needs to do differently in his next fight so he can get back to doing stuff like this, man, at the end of his fights? Comment down below.
Renowned trainer and commentator Teddy Atlas recently dissected Davis's fighting style, emphasizing attributes that often go unnoticed. While Davis's power gets most of the spotlight, Atlas noted it's his timing, spatial control, and tactical discipline that truly set him apart. In moments where most fighters would react emotionally, Davis remains composed, calculating every move with precision. According to Atlas, this mental edge is what allows Davis to shine under pressure, making him one of the most dangerous fighters in the world, regardless of who stands across from him in the ring.
The way that he boxes, he's versatile. He could do a lot of things. He could go get you. He's got the attitude of a fighter. He's not a huge puncher. Obviously, Tank Davis is the puncher in this, but Roach can go get you, but he can box. I think he's better served. He's got long arms, good length. He's better served. He's got a good boxing IQ, fundamentally solid. He's better served to box on the outside with the always dangerous Tank Davis. Box, see if he can get it done. Angles, pot shot, be disciplined enough to do that all night long. I think he should stay away from trying to go on the inside, which again, he's got the attitude of a real fighter, which you love. And I wouldn't be shocked if Roach said, oh, no, I'm going to go inside sometimes. I don't know that would be the best choice. He knows how to do it if he wants to. At the end of the day, all of what I said, Bud, it's one thing that really makes the day. It's not because Tank Davis is just undefeated. It's not because Tank Davis is just a great puncher. He's just a full package. He's really, really the full. I don't make him pound for pound up there. He's up there in the top 5 pound for pound. I don't put him there because he's a puncher. I put him there because he is a complete darn fighter. He can go get you. He can fight in the trenches. He can go to the body, the head. He can use his legs when he has to. He can set traps. He could counterpunch.
Boxing fans are used to long waits between major rematches, often leading to fading interest. But the decision to run it back so soon between Davis and Roach has kept the fire alive. With the controversy of their first meeting still fresh, there's a sense of urgency and emotional engagement that benefits both fighters. The quick turnaround ensures that the momentum built from their last clash isn't wasted. This move preserves the storyline and allows both men to capitalize on the public's attention. In a sport often slowed by business negotiations, this rematch feels refreshingly immediate.
Big credit here because I have a lot of criticism for Gervonta Davis and Canelo Alvarez for the choice of opponents. But at least Gervonta Davis is doing the Mayweather. He's giving the immediate rematch. Right. You had a tough fight, you're doing the immediate rematch. I like it.
All right, so what
I need to push back real quick.
Yeah, I knew you would. Go ahead.
Push back. I'm giving the guy credit.
I like Gervonta Davis. I know you talk a lot about his opponents and whatever, and you're talking about Lamont Roach.
We're not going to go pick a... But, okay. Find me a less than a 10-1 underdog and he fought on pay-per-view.
Look, I'm talking about this fight right here. Look at the first fight. So picking Lamont Roach, you're saying, oh, he's basically cherry picking is what you're alluding to. He has a history with the guy. They've been in the gym together. They sparred together. They fought in the amateurs. He knew the level that Lamont brought. Also, Lamont's one of those guys. You ask anybody in the boxing world, they know how good Lamont is, and it's like his record. Leading up to him getting to the title shot or getting his title win, it's kind of like, the Jamel Herring fight's really hard to forget. He struggled with some guys that you wouldn't expect him to, but he's really come into his own because the guy who was in the gym that everybody saw coming up has been realized now. So I don't think Gervonta Davis was handpicking an easy guy in Lamont Roach. Stylistically, listen, Gervonta's team's not dumb. They look at what this guy can do and where he can give him troubles. And it certainly worked out that way. Did they overlook him a little bit in terms of being like, I beat him back then. He struggled here and there. I'm just too good. I'm on a different level. I think that Lamont really stepped up. So I'm going. Gervonta's that good, but guess what? So's Lamont.
So I was exaggerating. That's what you're saying. I'm exaggerating.
You tend to be hyperbolic at times. Yes.
How dare he? How?
Stephen A. Smith, always known for his bold takes, weighed in on the dynamics of the Davis versus Roach rematch. He pointed out that Roach, while skilled and technical, might be at a disadvantage physically. Smith emphasized the difference in frame and natural strength between the two fighters. This imbalance, he argued, could play a significant role in how the fight unfolds. It's not just about talent. Sometimes sheer physical presence and power tilt the odds. Smith's analysis reinforces the idea that while Roach may have technique, Davis's natural gifts might be too much to overcome.
And lastly, Stephen, a last name I, of course, want to throw your way is Gervonta Davis. I know you believe in his skills.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What do you think of his fight with Roach? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think Roach is too small. I think Roach is too small. And that's my issue. I'm not questioning the skill set or anything like that, but it was similar to Frank Martin. You know what I mean? This guy comes in there and you got 18 fights. And I remember watching that pre-fight press conference when he was annoying Gervonta Davis so much and he cussed by accident. Excuse me. He cussed by accident. He was like, making this up. He hurt me in sparring and I knew Gervonta was going to come for him. And sure enough, that's what he did. Walked right towards him from round one on. But I remember what he said and it really, really struck me. Gervonta's a smart dude, bro, and he said you really, really should have waited. You don't have enough experience. You really, really should have waited and took your time before you came to me, and that's what Gervonta Davis told him. And he was right. He was absolutely positively right. And so now here we are, him fighting this cat Roach, and I'm like, isn't this dude like junior lightweight?
Super featherweight, moving up to lightweight. Yeah.
No, there's no, that bothers me. And the reason why that bothers me is because Gervonta is too great and too skilled to be fighting dudes smaller than him. Gervonta Davis could knock out welterweights. He probably could knock out a couple of middleweights, okay? Why are you fighting somebody smaller?
Building on his commentary, Smith's views underscore an important factor that can't be ignored: size and reach. Davis, despite fighting in lower weight classes for most of his career, has always carried an intimidating level of power for his division. Roach, on the other hand, tends to rely more on timing and movement. In a sport where millimeters matter, being physically outmatched can lead to devastating consequences. Smith's commentary reflects a larger conversation within the boxing community about whether Roach can truly neutralize Davis's physical dominance over 12 grueling rounds.
My personal preference. The only time I approve of great champions fighting smaller guys is when you're not known for your power. You're basically using your superior skill set and showing against a smaller, quicker guy that skills don't dissipate. But if you're the bigger guy and you're clearly the power guy, that just leaves somebody at a distinct disadvantage. And I think that's unfair. And so that's how I look at it. And
Mikey Garcia, a respected voice in boxing, recently praised Gervonta Davis for more than just his strength. He highlighted Davis's versatility, his ability to adapt to different styles and opponents across his career. Garcia referred to him as a beast, not just because of his wins, but because of how he gets them. According to Garcia, Davis has handled brawlers, slick boxers, and everything in between, making him one of the most complete fighters in the game today. That experience, Garcia believes, gives Davis a critical edge in the rematch against Roach.
Wins as well. Honestly, I think Tank is one of the very best fighters, definitely in the lightweight division. I don't think Roach will be a huge threat for Tank. Tank is very talented, very skilled, and also very experienced at this point now. He's fought and seen pretty much every style there is, and his power is tremendous, where he has that knockout punching power, and he's got the confidence to do it, and you just see his demeanor. He's just confident. He knows he's gonna, go out there and execute, and so it's hard to go against Tank. Again, not to disrespect his opponent Roach, but I think Tank is a beast, and he's been proving it every fight. He probably will win this fight as well. Again, it's hard to say and go against Tank. He's proven himself.
Roach's decision to challenge Davis again has stirred debate. Some fans and pundits applaud the courage it takes to run it back with a fighter as dangerous as Davis. Others think it's a gamble that could end badly. Particularly controversial is Roach's choice to engage in trash talk before the rematch. While some see it as confidence, many believe it's unwise to provoke a fighter like Davis, who's known to use insults as fuel. History has shown that Davis often performs at his most explosive when he feels disrespected. Roach may be lighting a fire he can't put out.
Niggas like, be at the fight, and like Tank said, be at the fight, because I'm going to take it out on his jaw. Like, I'm not going to lie, this is what niggas fail to realize. Tank like that shit. He like when shit like that happen, when the pops is talking, or his niggas is talking, or motherfuckers a part of his team yapping, because all he gonna do as soon as you get in that fucking ring, he gonna take it out on you, he'll start tagging your ass. That's why Lamont Roach started telling him, like, nah, just calm down, stay up here, Tank, don't worry about that. He's like, nah, nigga, yeah, I'm not, and we in the ring, is over. And personally, you can't, look, me, I'm never going to fight a nigga like Tank. I'm just not. I can't fight it. It's like getting hit in the face with a brick. I feel so bad for you, Lamont Roach, bro. I feel so bad for you because you seem like a cool, genuine guy, but in this case, in all the cases of Gervonta the Tank Davis, this gonna be the reason he get his ass knocked out, because his niggas is talking too much. And at the end of the day, yes, Tank is from Baltimore, and fucking Lamont Roach, he's DC. Everybody know that these motherfuckers is rivals already. A Tank, he's smart though. Tank do a lot of that shit to get people asses in the seats for the fight, get the animosity going and the tension. But I ain't gonna lie, in this case, I could tell that motherfucker Tank was really on bullshit. So I'm gonna just say this, Lamont Roach, I'm gonna pray for you, brother, because I hope you don't hit the backflip and you see Tank in the air and you just...
With doubts circulating after the draw and whispers about his future outside boxing, Gervonta Davis is stepping into the rematch with a point to prove. Every jab, every round of sparring, every moment in the gym is being used to silence the critics. Davis is not just training to win. He's training to dominate. He wants to leave no doubt, erase the memory of the draw, and reclaim his reputation as boxing's most dangerous finisher. For Davis, this rematch is more than just another fight. It's a mission to remind the world who he truly is.
Everybody really think Tank go take the L. I've been seeing it. They said it's over. They think that this time Lamont go in more confident, knowing that basically he can, really take it to Tank. Yeah, I want him to go in there confident. He's very skilled. Go in there confident, because you gonna go up against a different Tank. Like I told y'all in previous videos, he go in there confident, thinking he could walk Tank down. Don't forget, with Tank, if he get you on that button, them lights going off, I don't care who you is. Remember how it ended up with Frank Martin? So yeah, don't go in there thinking that you going against like somebody that, like Ryan Garcia, somebody that's gonna fold. You're going against Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think that confidence is what's gonna get Lamont dropped. Because one thing I will say, with Tank, that wasn't your best fight against Lamont, bro. I feel like you was in your head too much, you was overconfident, and you was really just, your mind was in y'all story, the lore and everything with y'all history. You ain't going there like, I'm fighting a stranger. You going there like, oh, this Lamont, this from the same camp, we from the same area. But now I think that whole situation woke him up, because you got to think, Tank not used to losing. He not used to people being against him. He not used to being the one that like got to step back from the situation. That's why I think he being hushed right now, because when he come this time, it ain't no talking. And that's why I think it's scary, because we never see Tank in that mode where he don't say a word. I think this gonna be a different Tank. And what's crazy is Tank used to be like that in the beginning, like when he was with Floyd. Like, I'm talking about Tank with the fade, with the waves, bro. He ain't used to be on that showboat and stuff until he got, like, a little bit more
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.